That's the problem today. You got researchers that just have to keep publishing, and nobody's connecting the dots. So you hit on a very important thing. How come nothing ever gets done? We're no better today with our Walks for Cancer, with the Komen Foundation, all this other stuff. I always ask people that wear these T-shirts, what did they do last year for improvements? Well, we raised, $50 million. I said, no, not how much money you raised. What's been accomplished? I live in Houston, Texas, biggest cancer center in the world. You know what their answer is to combating cancer? Building more facilities, more beds. They have in-house ink plotters to keep on spitting out the architecture so they can save money. Now, how do you solve a disease? You don't have any of it. There's no polio wards. We don't have them. So it's not to build more beds for patients that have the disease, it's to prevent it. And all of my work starts with preventing cancer to begin with, because that's how you cure a disease. You never get it. You don't cure polio giving a polio vaccine after you get it. Mm-hmm. The best way to cure cancer is not to get it in the beginning.
The people that wear the pink ribbons, their heart is beautiful, their mind's in the right place, the organization is complete evil. We know that they spend less than 0.1% of their budget on prevention. We know that 95% of all cancers are preventable. 95% of cancers are preventable. That's 95% of cancers are preventable. Now, they're not looking into environmental causes. In 1970, when President Nixon declared the war on cancer, since then, we're talking cancer rates have increased over 90%. So are we winning the war or losing the war? Okay, losing the war massively. And so since we want to have the appearance, because we need to keep generating the funds, because the American Cancer Society, this is one of the biggest money makers the planet has. It's not run for the cure, it's pink washing. I don't know if you remember a few years ago, but they got into deep trouble. Kentucky Fried Chicken, if you buy a bucket, they donate some money towards cancer research, even though there's massive cancer-causing agents in that bucket of chicken. Cancer rates among kids increasing, and we don't know why. And why don't we know why? Because we're not looking into it. See, if you're not going to look for something, you're not going to find it. So we're not going to look at the environmental causes. We're not going to look at the vaccination rates. We're not going to look at the neurotoxins and toxins that the kids are exposed to. We're just seeing the rates go up. See, when I was a kid, you didn't have bald kids on the counter. We had March of Dimes. We had kids with muscular dystrophy, or we had kids with polio. Okay, now it's bald kids, on the counter to raise money. The income from cancer is tremendous. We're talking it's a $100 billion a year industry. And when we look at this $100 billion a year industry, why are natural therapies suppressed? Or are they? Or is that a crazy conspiracy? Okay, well, enough is enough. I'm going to tell you right now that it's illegal. I can go in there and if I was a medical doctor, I could say, this orange will prevent scurvy. If I give you an orange in the purpose of a medical therapy to prevent scurvy, that's illegal, because the orange is not a medicine.